Hello everyone and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I said I'd be back, didn't I? So, let's carry on talking with Kyoko.
However,
of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms, there were no cameras and no monitors. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. I was so preoccupied with the investigating that area. It was unforgivably careless of me.
However,
To that. It has to do with Mukuro Ikasaba, doesn't it?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikasaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed,
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
correct,
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
that's right,
Exactly. Number restrictions.
in other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school school regulations. There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikasaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Mikado. Me? I could have become the victim?
Indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean during the night?
I
can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms, and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell, and I saw a white shadow across the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
correct,
I ran into your room and saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
however,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the master said it was. They ended up dead.
correct,
And their murder was disguised and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So, all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class chart to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere,
Correct.
right? You're right. That is a contradiction. It's not just Mukuro. They needed the class chart to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did so is a contradiction. So, what does it
in
all
other
mean?
words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto,
Just a little more. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro is the ultimate despair. Unless she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not! If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
that's
You're
right,
talking about what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that, Also, I swear the music's gone up. Huh. Strange. Ah well. They're the ultimate despair? That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Indeed.
And there, make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 500 Dash Pain of a Junk Food Junkie. The end. Six students left. To be continued. Dun dun dun. You received the Dream Island rocket present. Want to save the data? Yes. Yes. Trophy earned 5 alive. The ultimate despair. Group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people who put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the Mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now... Right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figure out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I want to have a look at you. That's a rocket. And a tank. I better not think too much about what I'm saying down here. Right, you. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Hi. No, okay. What is going on? What about the rubbish? So this garbage here, I can't believe this place is still inheritable. And let's talk to Kyoko. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room. Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. It can open any door in the school,
That's right?
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes! It opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We clicked clean that opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Where are we going to end up though? Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Ooh. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up. Like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed in darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. Now you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. I'm sorry, Makoto. There's something I wanted to ask you. You said you were the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
So...
How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives, and detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right?
Right.
So, because we take pride in it.
Indeed.
Pride? A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We can stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Host Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I'd want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him. If that's true, then I need to talk to him. Oh, thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If he'd gone with me, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. Don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing I can never forgive.
So...
Really? The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind, like I said. I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need him. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life. Forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family? Just to cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Only our connection is through blood. Nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really good enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. And I'm going to move this. It's really annoying me now. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. After, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of the door, this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. Is it though? We're
That's
back.
right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. And is it? The hatch opened with ease, and so, is it? Ah, it is! Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. Can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary, I was just returning the favour. So, now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too. You helped me, and so they might... You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then,
Then let's get a concrete answer.
in other words,
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's... If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. It's not like we can run away. And she said that she pointed to the nearby surveillance camera. So saying rather than stretching out over being caught, we should just give up now? But don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't.
because
The mastermind is the one that it's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
so
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There
Right.
was. If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... No. Super uneasy about this. But... we don't really have a choice, do we?
indeed.
Monokuma should
Shall
be
we
in the
go?
gym. Let's get going. Leave the area? Yes. Let's go. Hope's Peak Academy. Get through here, and here. Oh, there we go. Got caught on the on the chair there. Round here to the gym. Oh, although to be fair, I could have just used the map jumping thing. Ah, well, I don't mind.
Well now.
Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule.
Making me angry!
So now I gotta punish you again! And this time, I won't leave anything to chance!
Right.
Kyoko, do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
if
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
Yo! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up his latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill
in
me.
other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey! What are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined in that position one person would protect another like
Right.
that. And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto as the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. But if the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? Huh, and that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a carny routine? To make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find
That's right.
some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And I tried to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared for another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hopes in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed,
It's not you I'm trying to
Hey.
convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed,
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume if you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, we'll be accepting our own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair
That's
and
what we
square,
have to do.
I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of
It's
yours? To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Oh, you go! Oh, kill him! It's like that thing. It's like, oh, kill him! Oh, kill him! Oh.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial? One last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. What reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed.
What's
Very.
wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up. So, time for bad jokes. Now, what you suggest it might be possible, it would certainly make for a honeyer
in
climax.
other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? It would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out? Will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. We still have a shot at this. But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries you have been buried here. All mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pouring around the school. If you can do
I can
that,
barely contain myself!
then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well, good. Then let's bear it all. No, it's not. Oh, I thought it was. Ah, crap. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
Guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement when you learn the whole truth. What kind of despair will you show me? You're excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
As we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? The one when one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held?
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? Is it a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. Having a trial for Mokro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations? Which would mean that whoever killed Mukro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. But anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people to take a single step in Hawks Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students! What?
Listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd you go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking! Got nothing left to say to you! So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone! Get out of here! Okay, I'm going. Just... Really gonna let me go? Huh. I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Come on, Mikado. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, it's very long. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we're out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. And once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. Wasn't sure if the anime would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from the final showdown, do they?
So...
I had no choice but to accept. Huh?
Because...
It's all because of the moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So when was it the mastermind let their guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself. But do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen.
What do you think when they heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
I don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing's extremely difficult to pull off.
However...
Yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
In other words...
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. Reason?
So...
They had to show the world something. No matter the cost, us killing each other. I wanted to show the world.
It would seem...
The mastermind has been very adamant about killing us directly. About not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
In other words...
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other, and show that off to the world.
But
why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point? The outside world has a name for the students of Host Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the Mastermind wants the world to see that. To try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal. That's the ultimate despair. What? They want us to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. That is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody, but those who call themselves the ultimate despair, would desire. That group, whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led us to the Mastermind revealing their weakness.
In
What?
other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The Mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the Mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least.
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. That's why the Mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that they didn't have a right answer, right? They made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. Due to that failure, the Mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who was also not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the Mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the Mastermind harm to have it shown they'd violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the Mastermind to accept
However-
the challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened. Still, I can't believe how much of the Mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest
Wrong.
clue. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, it was meant making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it in as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, representing a strong demeanour is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
however,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this
Correct.
time. Everything we've done everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the Mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However...
Is that really possible?
Anyway...
Huh? Right, now we have to go
Shall we
find the
go?
others. They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Should we go? Let's leave the area, yes. Let's use the map, cause... Wait, how do I have 262 coins? When did that happen? Damn. Dormitory. I mean, does it show where people are? Hang on, let's just have a flick through. It would seem not. So who do I want? I want Byakuya first. No, that's Junko. Gone too far. There we go, Byakuya. This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey.
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Then let's go to Toko's room.
Hey.
Then that's Chihiro. Then let's try Aoi's then. No. Wait, hang on. Is it the same thing Kyoko said?
Hey.
It is, yeah. Then Hiro.
Hey.
Huh. Are they in the cafeteria? And suddenly we were greeted with that. You again. What? 103.2.1.255. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. What is going on? Jeez, what the heck?
However...
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah!
Is that Makoto?
Makoto!
You guys! It is! There's no two ways about it, that's Makoto!
Huh? You survived?
Yes.
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you think of me that way. Especially, you should be happy I got you through class trials, okay?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Oh, shut up, Hero. Everyone was there. All my friends who'd struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait. What's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, this seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo, shoo. Did a flash. My tears dried up. Let's talk to Aoi, because you're the best person I like. So, what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, I figured that the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And nowadays, all the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? Byakuya? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realise why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Hero, what about you?
Yo!
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world. Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo? No, I didn't go talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo?
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. You have to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you were here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I had to tell you all. Hang on. Oh my eye. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class
In
trial?
other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it! Like I keep telling you. Makoto isn't the killer. And of course, it's not me or any of you. Then, who is
I
it?
see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
that's right.
Pardon me. Oh dear. Oh, pardon me. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the master. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just... You know...
However-
By executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, it is a clear violation of the school rules. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time. The mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the class trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. Knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So it's our job to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh
Everyone!
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with the things that they were. I'm fine with the way things are. I'm fine with living here for the rest of the master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, you won decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro, and there's all the school mysteries, it's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe this time, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not too sure about that. Huh?
I
Can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too. At first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? I'm sure you told you this already, but the killing game began, and the only people to step inside Hope Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So, in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Host Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive. People standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now?
What?
You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious! Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind might be one of us. Being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious any time Monokuma was active?
Well...
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret. I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was an autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
Oh. Is that so?
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okay. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms. God damn! I said that first time without even hesitating. Magnanimous. God damn it. I was so close.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning
In
anyway.
the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely on only myself, on the Tagai blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold
Goodbye.
responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you were like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee! You're totally useless! So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. It just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me. Oh, which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall.
Aww.
Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? How about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
I mean,
But up to now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been used totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. Once again,
Indeed.
it's just us two. Indeed. Let's have a talk. So, you're gonna go off on your own, right? Too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our researches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as us splitting up to cover more ground. Then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should begin to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone. Leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together! I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed. Sorry, need to get rid of the shoes. Had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck with their head with an object as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we found out who killed Mukuro Kasaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, oh, hang on. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess you should start with the rooms that were locked up till now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. This is where we end off. Wow! This is going to be a rather interesting climax, this is. God! Chapter 6, the final chapter. And we're finally exposing the mastermind. This is going to be very interesting. I mean, it's obvious that I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow, because this is going to hype me up so much. This is it. How long has it been? It's been, what, 3 months since I started playing this? Something like that. It's been a journey. It's been an amazing journey. I have started playing Danganronpa 2, as we all know. But I'm not going to go onto that until I finish chapter 6. then I'll play Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, and then hopefully, if I can get the laptop working and all that, I could hopefully play Danganronpa V3. I wouldn't be able to live stream that, but I will still be able to record it and, just put it straight on. So, yeah, I look forward to this chapter. I look forward to finding out who the mastermind is and everything, so I'm going to save off here. This could be really interesting, this could. Anyway, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!